Got it.
Okay, hi,
Hello.
and welcome to the Winter Solstice. We honor the darkness and the light. So today is a very important time for me to gather, to actually celebrate this very special moment of transition. And I like to celebrate every transitions in life, like a ritual of passages. And life is cyclical. There is a beginning and an end of every cycle. And we are talking about natural cycle here, and cycle of the planet Earth, which is the cycle of humankind. So we're talking about our cycles as well. And today is a special cycle that ends with the darkness night of the year and the longest night of the year. And from tomorrow, it will start a new cycle with a new sun. And from tomorrow the light will start to increase, and this moment is so unique. There is no a unique moment of the year like this one where the darkness and the light actually meet. That's why we're here.
Mm.
And yeah, celebrating means also remembering, and it means honoring. And to honor we need to gather, so we are pretending now that we're sitting on a big circle with a fire in the middle, like ancients would do. And now we'll talk a little bit about this special time in the ancient neo-paganism rituals. This was called YULE. YULE is this etymology of this word. It comes from the Old Norse YOL, which means wheel, referring to the fact that today the wheel of the year is at the lowest point, and from tomorrow will start to increase again and raise up with a new light. It's Yule is part in Wicca and Druidism is part of a Celtic tradition. Um, it's part of the 8 Sabbats that were celebrated through the whole year, and it's celebrated today, the 21st of December. And in many traditions, there is the the Holy King that was representing the old year and the old sun and the darkness. And there is the new king, the Oak King, that represent the new year and the new sun. So I created my own altar with these two in the back, and later we will create a little altar together, or I will give you a suggestion how you can create an altar of the winter
Nice.
solstice. And what else I like to say that some tradition like to also celebrate the baby sun raising, and mm, yeah, sun is life, so that's why we celebrate, because in ancient time they thought, oh, there is less and less light, there is less and less sun toward this time of the year. We're gonna all not survive. It's very threatening not to see the sun anymore. That's why people would gather, because ancient people had every gesture, everything they would do in their daily life, they would believe that would reflect in the cosmos. So celebrating, they thought, okay, the sun will hear us and come back. This is the
It
deep,
did.
deep meaning of this. And actually, this is always green in this time of the year, while an oak is dry. It's always green and is holy because they thought this bring hope for a new life, also in the coldest time of the year.
That's really interesting.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. I like to give a little bit of a summit also of now. Shortly, we're going to do a little practice to move our energy and to, yeah, to work with the idea of darkness and light in ourself, in our body, as we do reflect the cosmos and the nature. So in Eastern philosophy and spiritual tradition, was celebrated a lot the light and darkness. It was celebrated especially in Taoism as form of feminine and masculine energy, the yin and the yang. And actually, those two polarities are not separated, they are necessary to be together, the darkness and the light, the yin and the yang. And also in yogic Indian ancient tradition, we would talk about left and right, the nadi, the Ida and the Pingala and the Shushumna, the three nadi related to the chakras. So we have basically on the right everything related to the masculine, the sun, the light, the hope, the life, the action. And on the left, on the contrary, we have everything related to the feminine, to the darkness, to the cold, to the moon, to the irrational, to the wild. While the sun and the masculine is more the rational and the logic. So we're gonna start now, do a little practice that will make us move. Make sure you sit comfortably on your place, and we're going to work with these two polarities to dissolve the difference between left and right, between bad and good, and light and darkness. They are one, they're both very necessary. So make yourself comfortable, possibly with cross leg on the floor, but you can totally sit on a chair if it's more comfortable for you. Place your hands on the side, comfortable on your lap, on your knees, and we start to simply close your eyes for a moment, take a few breaths in, tuning with your own body, with your own breath and energy. See if you feel tired right now. In this time of the year, it's normal, it's natural to feel very tired. We need to rest more. And now I invite you to imagine a line that divides your face and your entire body in two parts, the left and the right, the sun and the moon, the light and the darkness. And once you visualize these two parts, then we're gonna dissolve these two parts by moving our head. So let's drop your head on the right side down, rotating down. And then inhale, rotate your head back into the sky. And exhale, back into the right and down. It's a half circle rotation. And then inhale, up. And take your time to melt your muscle tension, release your jaw, allow yourself to move through the breath. So we are now getting familiar with the masculine, with the sun and the light, rotating the head on the semicircle toward the right side. And fully relax your body, send the breath deep inside of your belly. And now we're gonna slowly transition into the other side, into the other semicircle. Now you're gonna raise up your hand on the left, inhaling up, and sink down your hand, exhaling down, always toward the left side. And this is the moon and the darkness side of you. And see what it changed in you. Which side are you more drawn to today? And you have both sides inside of you, darkness and light. How you feel in the darkness. Maybe you need to get more aware of this aspect that often we push away. We don't want to see our dark side. And Slowly, slowly, you transition with your own timing to come back into the center. Keep your eyes closed and just keep breathing. And notice whatever is there, present for you now. Maybe a little more balance and equilibrium, integrating those two aspects of your life, of yourself. And now we're going to go into a rotation of the full body and the upper chest also. So I will move a little bit more on the back. You can see me better. You can be sitting on the chair and do this from your chair, or you can be sitting on the floor and put your feet together, bending your knees, and then your hands on the side. And we're going to rotate again the head, which will carry your chest in the front, exhaling and coming back, inhaling from the right. So you now are exploring again the right side, the semicircle right, the sun and the light, the rational and the logic part of you. Just moving into the light. Moving in whatever is bright, logic, rational, easy to see. Every part of you that is related to making plans, action, and the masculine. Be aware of your breath. Don't hold your breath. A big inhale, expanding, and exhale, coming forward. And then slowly, slowly transition. You can totally keep your eyes closed the whole time. Slowly transition into the other side. Take your time. The other semicircle, the left semicircle, inhale up and exhale down. The whole spine, the whole upper chest will be carried in the movement. And now tune in with the feminine and the dark and the cold, irrational and wild aspects of you. How does it feel? Do you feel stiffness or more openness in your body? This can be a clear signal to let you understand if you're pushing away this aspect or if not, or if you integrate it. Make sure you're really enjoying and relaxing and releasing. And in the end, I invite you all to stay forward and place the palm of your hands in front of you, if you can, touching the ground. So even though you're sitting on a chair, you can put your hands down on the ground or on your lap. And there must be a way you feel that you're contacting now the earth as an energy, as an element. So if you're sitting on a chair, perhaps you feel your feet touching the ground. Otherwise, we feel the hands contacting the earth energy. Keep your eyes closed, fully relax your head weight, and start to contact now the deep, deep viscera of the earth, the darkness of the earth, the womb, dark womb of Mother Earth. As I said, this time of the year is the lowest in terms of light and energy. The earth is very cold. Just take some nice, deep, continuous breaths through your nostrils and through your mouth. And now, little by little, start to visualize in the depth of the heart a light. Very gradually there is a soft light coming from the viscera of the earth. And breath after breath, this light becomes brighter and brighter, more and more intense. Contacting the earth light coming into your body, from your palm of your hands, from the sole of your feet, from your pelvis and legs, from your hearts, arms and hearts. So we are contacting actually the darkness and the light as one. And just breathe into that feeling, into that imagination. What does it mean for you? Which sensation brings you in your body? Which imagery awakens in you? Maybe a force, maybe an energy or an intuition, an inspiration. Something to let go and a new desire to cultivate for the new year. And slowly, slowly take your time to transition now. You can keep this light from the energy of the earth inside of you. And I invite you to slowly transition into again sitting. Keep your eyes closed. And we're gonna do few other exercise of breath and voice. So I invite you now we're gonna work a little bit with a traditional breath of the alternating nostril breath, Chandra Surya Pranayama, from the Hatha Yoga tradition. So make a way that you can close your nostril. You can totally do it in this way. But if you want to learn the mudra, the mrji mudra, which means the mudra of the deer, you have to close the second and the third and the middle finger and open the other. And in this way you can close and open the nostril. But if this is too difficult for you, then you can totally do with this other finger. So we are going to close now the left side and inhale from the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close the right and open the left and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close the left, open the right and inhale. Close the right, open the left, exhale. Keep your eyes closed and go inside of yourself. Close the right, open, close the left, open the right, inhale. We're actually doing a variation. We're inhaling from the right side, so we're inhaling and bringing in warmth, and then exhaling from the left side, exhaling cold. This technique is great also to boost your immune system. Keep inhaling from the right and exhaling from the left. If the count of 6 is too long for you, you can count 4. And let's take 3 more breaths. Visualizing sun and moon. Inhaling warmth and sun, golden light. And exhaling cold silver moonlight. And the last one. Then you can let go of your hand, stay with your eyes closed, and keep breathing, visualizing the left and the right. You might feel your breath much deeper. You might feel a communication like a bridge between the left and the right nostrils. And so the left and the right side of your brain, the rational and the irrational, and the left, right as a symbol, the moon and the sun, the cold and the warmth, the feminine and the masculine. Very good. And I invite you now to end up with a final practice before we continue. Keep your eyes closed and tuning with your inner smiling, your inner light. You can place one hand on the heart, and you can place one hand on your womb, your belly, and we're vocalizing now 3 times a sound that is a mix between the vowel a, and the vowel u. And in between we have the vowel o, but it is not a o clearly, it's a mix of a and u that become a so it's a sound that actually starts from your solar plexus, exactly in the middle area that you're not touching with your hands. If I can show you, so we have one hand on the heart, the other on the womb. This middle area is the solar plexus, and we're imagining the sound and the vibration, the O from here. And here we have the darkness, the feminine, and the sun, the masculine. And in between is where we dissolve the difference. See the difference. And inhale through the nose. Allow the air to go out fully. And a slow deep inhale again through the nose. And the last one. Keep your hands where they are, stay with eyes closed and keep breathing. Put your attention in this middle area, the solar plexus, and feel the vibration echoing there. Imagining the golden and the silver light meeting there. Dissolving the differentiations, the differences. finding peace and neutrality. Very good. So take your time to come back on your own timing and open your eyes softly and stay with your inner feelings, stay with your body, your warm, cozy space. And I hope there is a lot of comfort now in yourself. So now I will dedicate the last part. We're transitioning into the middle last part of this little celebration. And I was requiring, and if you didn't do yet, hopefully you have a paper with you and something to write on. And what we're going to do now, I will just suggest you a little ritual that then you can do on your own. You can continue on your own. So what I suggest now is that if you like, you can take quick notes and then continue at home, as we don't do this now. What I suggest for you in this ritual, that is something that I'm doing also myself, as this is the darkest time of the year and we will meet shortly the light again, and from now until the new year, our new year, actually until Christmas, until the 24th, is a good time to let go. So you can take a note. You can write, let go. Let go of your fears. It's time to let go of your fears. It's time to let go of doubts, any doubts. It's time to let go finished and define finished projects. So then there is more space for the new projects. Let go of the past projects. And then start to walk toward new beginnings, which will lead us into new growth. But to cultivate that, we first need to let go. And then you can also write, it's time to wish for wishes, new wishes and desire, to express wishes for the new year. And it's in this long night, from tonight on, you can also think of ourself, to renew yourself and plant the seed of changes in your life. Renew yourself and plant the seeds of change in your life. So if all this does not make sense for you right now, just you wrote it quickly. And then later you will go to it and you can journal, for example. You can write keywords. You can take it as an inspiration for drawing or creating something for you. Just maybe journaling every day or meditating about those aspects. Just contemplating them. And this journal, this paper, this inputs to meditate, you start to do it every day at your altar. So I would like you to create an altar, a Winter Solstice, a YULE altar, and you can do it in any way you wish, in any way you like. It doesn't really matter. What I suggest, if you can find in the area of wherever you are in the world, if you can find this plant and an oak leaf, that would be fantastic, because this symbolizes the old and the new. And if you don't find those, you can draw them. Or you can find an image and print it and put it there. Or it can be another image that you like to put that symbolize the old sun and the new sun, the darkness and the light. And in the middle you will put, I don't have it here with me, a pomegranate, the fruit. The pomegranate, right? The pomegranate is called in English. the red one with a lot of little, yeah, the pomegranate. We will see later why the pomegranate, because it symbolized the ancient Greek mythology of Persephone, the symbol of cycle, death, and life, the pomegranate. So in your altar, you will have these three elements, or whatever elements you like to have, and a candle that you can turn on every evening when you meditate on this from now on until the 24th of December, Christmas time. And then if you like to continue doing this, you can continue doing this until the beginning of the new year. Okay, I hope I was clear enough, but you can also be more creative and find your own ways. This is just what I like to do this year, and I like to share with all of you. And okay, now we are going to just I'm putting myself again together. Okay, we are going to now soon go out and come in again and finish the final part of this ritual together, this winter solstice together, with a storytelling, a beautiful storytelling of ancient Greek mythology. The myth, it was a surprise, but now I can reveal it. The myth of Persephone and Demetra, which, it symbolizes everything we're talking about now. I suggest that we go out and we come in again with the same link, and then we will continue this final part, which is not going to be very long. It's going to be 20 minutes or so. Okay, thank you very much. See you in a second. Okay, so we're going to end this time together, this winter solstice ceremony together, with the myth of Persephone. I just like to introduce a few lines about this myth from ancient Greece. It teaches us how the light and the shadows are not in antithesis, but they actually represent two sides of the same aspect. The two sides of our being that are often in conflict, but we shouldn't consider them in conflict necessarily. And hopefully this is what we experience today. But they have to learn to communicate these two aspects, the darkness and the light. They have to, be seen mutually. And Persephone so invite us to dance along the path of life, crossing the bright and the dark aspects, because there is no experience that must be rejected, but embraced and understood in its intimate meaning. And so this is what this story that will be kindly read by Laura here, Laura Anderson, with us, our special guest today. And I will pass her now. I will allow her to talk. And on my side here, I have Michael Rayleigh, musician and sound healer, which is going to play a vibrational instrument, hangpan. And thank you, my collaborators, my friends, my very good friends and partner Michael, for being here supporting all of us. So thank you, Laura. I will pin you so we have you bigger, and soon you will read us the beautiful story. How to pin you? I don't see.
I think you have to remove your pin first.
I have to remove my pin first. Just a second.
It's the first.
Okay, and now Laura. There she is. Thank you, Laura. I suggest everyone to maybe lie down if you like, stay in a warm blanket, make yourself very comfortable And I will pass you the word to Laura.
So the myth of Demeter and Persephone is a classic tale from Greek mythology that explains the changing seasons. In the sunlit realm of Mount Olympus, Demeter, the goddess of the harvest, tended to the bountiful fields of the earth. Her radiant presence and gentle touch brought life and abundance to the land, ensuring that crops flourished and people thrived. Demeter's daughter, Persephone, was her joy and pride, a young goddess of breathtaking beauty. One day, as Persephone wandered through a meadow gathering flowers, the earth beneath her feet trembled, and the ground split open. From the chasm emerged Hades, the god of the underworld, riding a chariot drawn by black horses. Before Persephone could react, Hades seized her and descended into the dark depths of the underworld. Demeter, unaware of her daughter's fate, continued to nurture the earth. However, as days turned into nights and seasons shifted, Demeter sensed that something was amiss. The vibrant colors of the world began to fade, and the once lush fields withered in sorrow. In her anguish, Demeter roamed the earth in search of Persephone. The grief-stricken goddess refused to let the land flourish until her beloved daughter was returned to her embrace. And the world plunged into an eternal winter, and crops failed, leaving humanity in peril. The gods in Mount Olympus, witnessing the suffering below, intervened. They implored Hades to release Persephone, for the balance of life and death depended on the harmony between the underworld and the world above. Hades agreed, but with a cunning twist. Before Persephone left the underworld, Hades offered her a pomegranate, a symbol of both life and death. Unaware of the consequences, Persephone ate a few seeds. Bound by the laws of the underworld, anyone who consumed food from that realm must return. Persephone ascended to the surface, and as mother and daughter reunited, the world blossomed once again. Demeter's joy ignited the rebirth of spring, and flowers bloomed in abundance. However, the pomegranate seeds invoked a compromise. Persephone would spend a portion of each year in the underworld, symbolizing the arrival of winter and the dormant earth. Her return to the world above marked the beginning of spring, and the cycle continued. And so the myth of Demeter and Persephone explains the changing seasons, the joy of union and the sorrow of separation that govern the eternal dance of life, death, and rebirth.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.